uh, doing uploading things to social media. Yay. I detest it. I really do. Anyway, hey, folks. I hope everything is going just splendidly, splendiferous for you. Just wonderful. Right on, right on. Go here, get yourself some stuff. That would help. Thank you very much. Ahead of time. One of the stuffs is things that you can get. Go away, you little thing. Is this thing here? This guy. It's on jackets. It's on some t-shirts. I have not hatted it yet. I haven't put it on the hat yet. No, no, it's not on the hat. No, I should probably hat that, but it'd be like impossible to read that on the hat if you put all this on the hat. I just had to put like the central image on the hat, and people would just have to understand what it is, which means more likely you probably have to see this video. So, since the video is in mono, because to get it in stereo in both ears, it's probably on the left side of your face right now. If it was going to be on both sides of your face and both of your ears, stereo, it's a stupid process. It's just dumb. Things happen here. If you've been following the journey, you understand things just happen here that are like, that doesn't make sense. That's wow. Really, life is doing that. Wow, you must really be onto something for it to try so hard and do such ridiculously dumb things, just annoyingly stupid things. It's just ridiculous. But okay, keep fighting the good fight. To all of you out there, like people who are putting information like this out there for free, you understand, because like you get the same blockages and things. Just it's ridiculous. Like air will catch on fire in your face for no reason. It's dumb. But anyway, this thing here, I'll get into it a little bit. It's just a thing about threes. That's all. There are a few different versions of this. Like there's that one there, right? And I like that one better. Me myself, I like that one better. But not just because of the little jester crown and whatever, because he's not a jester. He's not suggesting anything else. He's not that type of jester. Anyway, it's this guy. Hey, meatball. There you go. Yeah, get yourself some stuff. Get yourself some stuff right there. Anyway, so it's just a thing about threes. Each of the threes are separated, so they're grouped. See the first thing, the first thing, and the first thing, and then there's the second thing, and the second thing, and the second thing, and then the third thing, and the third thing, and the third thing. Hey, so there's three things per row, right? And each of those things is related to its corresponding thing that's in the same position on the other side of the game. Yeah, there are things that I did not put in here because then it would be just a giant tower of text which explains everything, which I mean is interesting to have on a t-shirt or on a sweatshirt or whatever. But it's also funny because, like, I mean, really, what are you going to do with it? Think about it. Of everything there is to do in the whole giant multiverse of all of being, in all of its infinite everythingness, right? You're here doing this. So, I mean, really, what good is having all this information going to do you? I mean, get it, it's cool to talk about, but understand that, yeah, it's a part of the game. If all this to be wasted, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's part of the game. It's how the game is. It's how the game flows. It's all about business. And business is just the flow of like manipulating the flow of currency. That's all business is manipulate the act, the practice of the art of the way of being of manipulating the flow of currency so that it is in your favor. Of course, whoever you are in the moment, because you is always a momentary thing, it's all based on your perception. It's all based on what do you want right now. What is your business right now? Being us in essence is business. Business is usually handled in the mind. People are like, kingdom business. Well, then what do you think is the kingdom? All depends on you. All depends on the king, the opinion of the king. All facts are the most agreed upon. Not even, like, well, what is it? It was the most accepted, I believe. The most accepted, or no, maybe it was agreed upon. The most agreed upon opinion. That's what it is. The most agreed upon opinion is what facts are. Because one person had an opinion and everybody else said, you know what, we will never get off at this point. So let's just go ahead and say that that's what it is, and then we can move on. Then we can continue our being. Okay, sure. This is good, sure, right? Universal goodness, yeah, fine, okay, yes, that's it, that's good. All right, universal bad and evil, okay, sure, yeah, fine. It's not the truth. It's not honest. A lot of us don't agree because it doesn't work for us. It's one system that we all can just accept, as okay, fine, that makes sense. We can work with that, and then we can move on. But yeah, that's how you handle business. If you start disagreeing with things, then you are disrupting the flow of currency. What people see currently, which would be the spiritual stuff, currency, because you're whatever, and then there's the physical stuff, the actual tokens, the minted part, the manifested part, the currency, the coins, and all that stuff. Money makes you poor, makes you rich. But yeah, so there's all that stuff. Anyway, that's business. But it wasn't talking about that. Wasn't supposed to be talking about that. How we ended up talking about that. But it's hostage. Get out of my face. Let's talk about this thing here at 3's, right? Because I only got like 15 minutes. We're at 6 minutes and 5 seconds so far. You can't see the clock. It's right here, though. I'll go over here and click and check it every now and then. Things at 3's. Things at 3's. Everything's separated by bullets. Because this is America. No. Not those kind of bullets. But anyway. So you got your time, you got your mind, and you got resources, right? Time, mind, and resources. That's usually what the whole game here is about. You usually, when it comes to 3's, you'll be at one point. You'll be rooted in one point. You'll be standing in one point, right? So let's say you're standing here in the body part, right? Which is the body is time. That's the jeu, which is the game or the play. Okay, right? And that's your body. That's when things move fast. There you go, game. Then this is your color. This is a being or a soul or, the child, the sun, all of that stuff. The physical, the earth, the word that gets manifested, the manifestation, word made flesh, blah, 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 blah. The tangible, things you can grasp, right? The expression, that's what that is. Also, you get into things like the we, let's, us. When you get into like the 3 conversations or 3 voices that you have in your head. There's the higher spiritual part. This is stuff that's not on the shirt, on the design actually. So you get things like the you should, right? So when you hear higher benevolent being, they tell you things like you should. They're giving you space to exercise your own free will, but they're just making a suggestion, and they're letting you know that it's not you talking to you. Right? So when you're talking to yourself and you hear something say you should, then understand that it's someone from outside talking to you. That's why they're saying you should. If you were talking to yourself, you would say I, right? Which is here in the mind. So in the mind part, when you're talking to yourself, you say I think or I feel that I will. Usually if you're making decisions, I think, I feel, I will. That's because logically, if you're going to look at you're basing things on the logic is you reaching out and tangibly grabbing things. You're looking at the physical or looking at the tangible, which you can grasp. And you're processing that based on how you think of what you see. Or you can do it emotionally. I feel. So you're reaching inside. Based on what you have here, you're reaching inside based on what is the spiritual part of that. What do I feel? Is it hot? Is it cold? What type of pressure? All pain is basically, pain and healing is just basically temperature and pressure. It's a degree of temperature and pressure. It's an energy thing, temperature and pressure. Like, for instance, you have a breakup. It might feel really tight in your chest and you might feel really cold, right? So what do? You need to loosen up and you need to go get warm somewhere, right? So you have a hot night on town where your friends, they take you out and then y'all paint the town red or whatever, right? See, these things are easy. English is a very sexy language. It tells you a lot of stuff if you pay attention to it, but I mean, the whole game is about division. So of course, a lot of stuff will get lost in the sauce. But anyway, so you reach in spiritually. You use your emotions to reach into the spiritual, right? So that's all from the mind part, right? Okay, but yeah, so you got things like you say to yourself, I think or I feel, that I will. I'm talking to myself about my own will. What do I want? We'll get into another thing about freedoms, the 3 freedoms. But yes, freedom of choice, that's one of the biggest. That's stupid. But anyway, then the last one is we, us, let's us. We should, we will. What we're going to do. But if you say to yourself, what we're going to do, what will we do? We should. Who's we? Because we means more than one. Let's do this. Let us. So who's the other people convincing you? Because you're hearing it in your head, so you're going to be thinking that it's your idea. When we say let's, yeah, see, little things. But yeah, I didn't fit that in here because it would be too big. Too many things on there. Right now, work with these things that's here, and you should be able to figure out the rest, or just watch a video like this one here, and you'll see more of the other stuff. 3 freedoms I was talking about earlier, and then which ones are they equated to? So you have here in the spiritual, and then the physical, the tangible stuff. They're kind of interesting because they're kind of like these two things together form the higher being. That would be, let me pull that up so you can see that. That's where you go to get yourself some cool stuff. Like all this stuff I'm talking about right now. Even all of this stuff here is also hidden in this shirt right here, this design. See, la guerre, la vie et le jeu. La guerre is the war. The war is always in the mind. Le jeu is the physical, the game, the play. And that blue stuff here is the spiritual. This red stuff here is the mental. That's the masculine, the God part, and then the mother, the feminine, the Holy Spirit part, holy, divine, masculine guy part. Not guy, but like, male, the fire. The Spirit of God is nothing but my will is divine. That's what that is. It's the energy and thinking and the programming yourself, the frequency of that. My will is divine. This is the one of balance of everything, and then you give birth to everything. The female. That's why it's blue. It moves against time. This one moves in time, clockwise. So you're conscious, you're wise of yourself in moments in time. And this is you are wise of everything else against time, just everything existing and being. But anyway, yeah, all that stuff is in there. I wasn't trying to get to that. I was trying to get to this here. There you go. So yeah, all of these things is like the higher being, right? See, there it is, the highest pure being, and then it's split in. See, like the I am is both of them together, and then I is split into the conscious being. So everything that's fully conscious being, and then everything that's fully purely non-conscious being, or energy, or spirit. There you go. And then those things put together are manifested down here into the individual spirit being. So pure conscious, pure being, pure conscious being, conscious being. There you go. See, souls. So pure consciousness, pure humanity, spirit of humanity, because Holy Spirit, W-H-O-L-Y, is holy, H-O-L-Y, meaning uncut, undivided, unseparated, all together, all oneness, okay? So it's all full, all of the spirits, everything. Spirit of God is in there, spirit of humanity is in there, spirit of stupidity is in there, spirit of goodness is spirit of, the wines of spirits, no. But anything that's a spirit is in there. All spirits, all the ways of all spirits is all in there, all right? So you... Spirit of humanity, you pull that out of the Holy Spirit. Conscious, spirit of humanity, conscious human being. There you go. You, conscious being, spirit of God, conscious God being. There you go. So that's where like the souls come from. Souls are just like the bodies for spirits. Anyway, just all my opinion, stuff that I looked at and, been researching. We're at 13 minutes here out of 15. Because it'll shut right off. As soon as it hits like 14:59, it's like... That's it. But yeah, so anyway, the 3 freedoms, because these two together are manifesting this, but this is a reflection of these two together. See, the highest thing is these two together, and then you get this. See, this is the bottom one, and then this one is this one, and then this is the other one. So there you go. See, the father, and then the mother part, the blue, right? See, the blue, and then the red. There you go. And then that's your color, whatever color you are. You're the child, the soul, the being. Down here, the manifestation. The sun. The sun is just a knowing, a way of knowing things. The evening is the one that bursts things, the evening. And then the morning, right? The light, the fire, the morning. But it's also the death of the thing. It's the end of the knowing of the thing, right? Because you mourn the death there, like the completion, the fullness. That would be the morning, because there's nothing enough to do. There's nowhere else to go. Anyway, I'm not talking about that. I'm trying to talk about where we at. 14 minutes and 20 seconds. Yes, the 3 beings. The 3 freedoms. So you have free spirit. And then you have free mind, free will. Then you have free being or freedom. That's what you need. Everybody's stuck on, I have free will. Well, free will is just freedom to want things. So you don't have free spirit, which is the energy to accomplish it. You don't have free being, which is the actual fruition, the actual manifestation of what you want. So you need all three. That's basically the game, and this just breaks down things into threes, so you can see some of the threes to get you started, and you can get that there on the website. If you go to the website, go there and get yourself some stuff.